Welcome back, folks, for a new episode of Leak Dish. Now, 9.17 test server just arrived, and you can go play with the Swedish vehicles. So everybody's having fun with the S-Tank and then the Kranvan, but whatever. But I want to do the data mining of the test server to look for new premium tanks or normal tanks coming soon. But this time around, Tank Inspector does not work with the 9.17 test server. I tried. So it's super disappointing, but we're going to do this. The old getaway of doing Leak Dish videos, which is JPEGs. Ugh, don't like JPEGs, but here you can see that I try to go for the common test server right here. So, nope. What? So I tried various ways of getting the packages out of this stuff, like the resources from the res folder, but I broke a few things. Some of the scripts were missing, so it's pretty hard. That's why Tank Inspector is such a reliable, awesome program, but the developers only update it like once per half a year. So, damn it. So yeah, I came to rely on this program a lot, but this time around for 9.18 Leak Dish video, we have to do it the old super getaway with the JPEGs. So, but let's take a look at the actual res folder for the common test server. So here you can see the common test. Go to res, go to packages, and scroll down. Now there should be a few new tier 8s in the works. We have the Chrysler K, the Lorraine 40T is back. We have the Object 252, which is alternate IS6 with the pike-shaped hull, and we should have a few German heavy tanks. The Mammut got reworked, as well as the buff to the Mauschen, or reshaping of the Mauschen for the new mini branch, but I cannot see any of those with Tank Inspector. So I took a look with the packages. So let's take a look at tier 8. So 7-zip should be. Open archive. Vehicles. Let's take a look at the Americans. So we have the Chrysler K right here. So that's a confirmation. I'll take a look with the actual test server, but I have a few tweaks and scripts for the actual test server. So we'll take a quick peek at this vehicle later on. Going back. Anything else at the Americans for tier 8? Nope. We have the Pen KR as well as the Patriot. So nope. Alright, we have the Lorraine 40T as the French. So here it is. It's a tier 8 premium now. So I say bullcrap because I call shenanigans. Because for those who already have the Lorraine 40T before they switch with the Batchat 25 TAP, we should be able to get this vehicle as a premium tier 8 for free, like the FE4202 or the T34. Bullcrap. Yeah, bullcrap. Man, stole my Lorraine 40T. Sucks. Alright, let's take a look at the Russians. So we have the Object 252. Yep. This is the IS6 prototype or alternate number 2 version. It has a pike-shaped hull, but I can't take a look without Tank Inspector. So, bullcrap. And what else is new? Should be the Germans for the Mammut. So Germans, the VK 101. So many lists. Yak Tiger 88. Panther. What the hell is that thing? Osfev? That's Panther 88. Wait, there's 2 of them? Oh, that's a Yak Tiger 88. Type 205-4. What the hell is this thing? Type 205. Is this the Mammut? I don't remember the Type 205. That may be the initial production name for it. Alright, we should have a few at tier 9, but that's tier 8. So go back to level 9. That's the HD, Sam. Oops. So vehicles, the Germans. We should have the Mammut, but they did not add it. Or what the hell is this thing? Pro AGA. What the hell is this thing? This may be the Mauschen, not the Mammut. The Mauschen at tier 9. leading into the mouse. So as you can see, without tank inspector, I'm going in blind most of the time, and data mining is a pretty rough deal. Now let's take a look at tier 7 packages. Russian, where's the Russian? Please don't have the KV-122. You son of a bitch! It's still in here? Remove this crap. Well, they may have changed the skin, so don't judge too harshly just yet, but I hate this vehicle. So let's take a look at the JPEGs of the armor buffs for the HD remodels of the tanks. So here you can see the Conqueror Gun Carriage, the annoying tier 10, I believe, but it gets buffed. So smaller hull size and not as strong upper plate, but yeah, you're not supposed to bounce a lot of shots. Well, then again, you bounce a few on the upper plate of the Conqueror Gun Carriage and you get trolled, but it's a lot smaller now. Hull armor is not that good, so it's a nerf. Alright, fine. Superstructure is 51 for here. 76, but it doesn't mean much. Alright, frontal plate 210. Ugh. To 180, so it's a nerf. Alright, tracks are still the same, just as thick. Superstructure is a little bit stronger, but high explosive still works. Here is the KV2, so upper plate is at 180-ish effective, about 75 for the main plate, and it gets nerfed. Oh well. It's a KV2. Here's the Löwe at the top for 9.16, 70, 70, 80, 40, and it's all 80 and 40 at the back, so it's a buff. Side armor 180, 90-ish effective, 120 at the front, 80. It gets buffed. Alright, so 100 to the armor behind the tracks, and turret armor is slightly buffed. Good, so 120, and this should be like 225. Ooh. So frontal armor here is 9.16, so frontal plate is 170, 120, 150. Yeah, better. Alright, so you have a beak armor, a thick strip of armor right here. Lower plate is the same. Upper plate is better by 15mm effective. Turret is a lot stronger. You can also haul down with 10 degrees of gun depression, so that's good. The toaster, the Panzer Sonderfahrgestell 4C, is buffed by a little bit, by 10mm. The superstructure is still, you know, toastery, so no armor. You're not going to bounce a lot of shots with this thing anyways. But it's the HD model, so good, I guess. Here is the Sturer Emil, the stubborn Emil. So 50mm at the front. It gets a 65mm strip of spare track link on the hull, but still no armor. Here is the SU-76I. You will never get this vehicle, but it gets buffed by like 10mm or 5, not that much. Frontal plate is 55 to 70, so this little strip gets buffed, but that's pretty much it. SU-85I. Okay, armor gets buffed to about 90 for the middle plate and the cupola. So like the Germans' cupola, it's a captured Su-85 turned to the Germans. Alright, frontal plate 50, 60, 90 at the cupola now. Here's the Su-122-44. Gets buffed, so better frontal armor, no more weak spot on top of the gun support. Alright, 140, 150mm effective, about. Now it's 180. Wow! You have a spare track link, that's also the extra armor onto this vehicle. It's not spaced. It should be. WZ-111, 25 for the roof. Now it's 55, so harder to overmatch. That's good. Lower plate is 80 for the current version, 9.16. Now it's 120, so about 200mm effective. Oh, that's it, folks. So, Yeah, no tank inspector, but I could also pull the stuff out of the actual test server itself. It doesn't have the collision models or the effective armor sloping, but let's take a quick look. And here we are on the live 9.17 test server. So rather than playing with the Swedish vehicles, we get to look at the new tanks coming soon. So some logic, right? Would you rather play with the women, or would you rather look at the women? Such logic. But here you can see that with the Russians, we don't see the object 252 at tier 8, so I don't see it. So it's not likely coming soon, or at least the script is not pulling that vehicle out. Same goes for the KV122. So hate the KV122. It's a piece of shit. But yeah, that's good. Fine, whatever. Let's take a look at the Americans. So we have the Chrysler K right here. So it's a project of the Chrysler Corporation developed in the summer of 1946. The vehicle features a number of design solutions that were not typical of US tank building, because the engine is at the front, engine and transmission at the front with the turret at the back, and the driver is also located in the turret. So interesting, but did not have the funds to be produced. So alright, but we can preview, even though the preview button is grayed out. It's American VK 4502P OSB at tier 8. So crew of 4, commander, gunner, driver, loader, no radio operator. So unlike the T-29s. Alright, firepower. It's the same gun that's on the T-29 or T-32. Yep. Dispersion is actually not that bad. 0.36. 1.9 seconds aim time. DPM is alright. Okay, turret armor is 228 at the front, 127 at the sides, 88 at the rear. Ultraverse is not that bad. Okay, view range is also not that bad. Alright, with everything, okay. Survivability, 120mm on the hull, 76 at the sides, but the new mechanics for the penetration and overmatching gets buffed for all the vehicles, so it's not as easy to penetrate the side armor now. If you side scrape, alright, 1,500 hit points. What? It has a 20 horsepower per ton ratio with a 1,200 horsepower engine, weighs about 60 tons. This thing is so fast to rev up. It's a heavy tank, by the way. Top speed of 35 kilometers per hour, reverse of 14. Hull traverse is not that bad for heavy, about 34, 33.38. Oh, interesting. Camo is garbage, heavy tank, yada yada yada. So let's take a look at the spotting, 380 meters of view range. But let's compare it. I can't compare it. This button doesn't work. But yeah, that's the Chrysler K for you. It has the B-2 bombers, machine gun pods on the side. So, was it B-2 or Flying Fortress, B-29? Super Fortress. But whatever this thing is. So, like General Patton says, if you could put more machine guns onto a tank, you would. So this thing has like, what, 5 machine guns? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in the coax, right? Nope, no coaxial machine gun. But yeah. It's American VK 4502P OSB. Interesting. Very interesting. But let's take a look at the other tanks. So go back to the tech tree. There's nothing else. We already covered the CMCD, the T92. This script, this modding script, is not that reliable because it does not pull up all the vehicles. So I cannot take a look at all the tanks, but we get what we could get. So it's alright. Here is the Lorraine 40T at tier 8 now. So we'll preview. So yeah, HD model, reworked. It's tier 8 now. So there are a few nerfs from the tier 9 version, obviously. But it's the same gun as the AMX 5100. So you already know this gun. Same penetration, same alpha. DPM is 1700. Accuracy 0.38. 3.2 seconds of aim time. takes 50 seconds for complete reloading of the clip. Wow. It was like 38 seconds or 40 seconds for the old Lorraine 40T. Yeah. I mean, intershot reload is still about the same. 8 degrees of gun depression, that's good. 15 elevation, weighs about 50 tons. Yeah, it's about the same. Health is reduced, obviously, 1,300. 40 millimeter of armor at the front, 30 at the sides, 25 at the rear, 45 for the turret, 30 at the sides, 20 at the rear. Mobility-wise, I remember it's about the same, right? 21.25 for the horsepower per ton ratio. So still pretty fast to rev up. But is this a medium? It's a medium. So, alright, it's not heavy. It's supposed to be a medium. Okay. Concealment, whatever. View range 380. So it's the Lorraine 40T at tier 8 for a premium now. But you should be able to, or you should have been able to get this vehicle for free, like the FE4202 or the T34, but we got screwed out of a free premium tier 8 if you already kept this vehicle, or if you already had the batch at 25 TAP. So, bogus. Super lame. Alright, what else could we look at in the actual tech tree? Let's take a quick look. The British... Nope. Nothing really new. Nothing for the Czechs. Nope. The Chinese, you have the 121B, but we already took a lot of looking at that thing. So yeah, there you go, folks. The Chrysler K and the Lorraine 40T, as well as the Swedish vehicles. So I want to see the Object 252, please, but Sam, you're kind of rushing everything. We just got the Swedes on the test server, and you want to look at the Object 252. But for the Swedes, yeah, everything like let's take a look at the actual stats for the UDES 03, because it got buffed or shifted. Not shifted, not buffed, nerfed. So, traverse angles still has 20 degrees of elevation, like I predicted. Dispersion got nerfed, super hard. Aim time doesn't matter when you go into siege mode. Alright, hull armor is still garbage. Reverse speed is one that got changed. What the hell is it? It's only 50 now, rather than 75, forwards and backwards. So, traverse is a little bit slower, I believe. Switching to siege mode takes 2 seconds. So, yeah, 2 seconds, not that bad. It's alright. DPM does not show you a DPM buff with the siege mode. Penetration is still high for the gun. Wait, it's only the 90. It's not for the top gun. Yeah. It's still alright. I mean, you have the siege mode, so that's like auto aiming for you with maximum aim. You have the STRV 1030 series. They buffed the armor, so I want to take a look at the armor. No tank inspector, so sucks. Alright, still has the good gun. 0.4 accuracy. What the shit? You have 0.35 on the tier 8. I mean, the gun doesn't have the penetration, but hell, it's only 20 millimeter of penetration above 280. 0.4 accuracy? What the shit? 0.4. That's the T29's accuracy. T29 with 105 at tier 7. You have it on a tier 9 TD, which focus on using the 100. Oh god, that's bullcrap. I mean, 0.3 accuracy is dramatically different on the B production model than the 0 series. But why is it 0.4? 0.4? You get the same accuracy in siege mode, just as in travel mode, but you get better aim time, which is 0 seconds aim time in siege mode. You still have the crappy accuracy, which means you will likely miss than the B series at tier 10. Why is it 0.4? Give it 0.35 or something. I mean, I could be fine. It could be fine for the tier 8 to have like 0.37 or 0.38 accuracy. That's alright. But for tier 9 with 105 with the low alpha, that's bullcrap. Oh, that's oh god. All right, fine, whatever. Let's take a look at the Cranbon. It's still pretty much the same, I believe. Yeah. It takes 28 seconds to complete reload. So it's about the same as the 50B now, right? Did they buff it? Who knows? Emil 1. Turret is 250 at the front. It's not 180. It's 180 at the cheeks. Already talked about this, but yeah. Emil 2, Emil 1. It takes 40 seconds to reload. That's pretty much correct, yeah. But it looks like they buffed the top gun on the Cranbon. So that's good, because it was pretty sucky at the 35 seconds of reload or something. I remember it, but... And loading for one shell is also buffed to 2.75 seconds rather than like 4 seconds or 3 seconds. It was 4 seconds between each shell, right? I remember it. Did they buff it? Yeah, it was like 4 seconds for the Cranbon and 5 seconds for the Emil 2 to load one shell in the clip. They buffed it, so it's not that bad now. DPM gets... was it buff? 1,959? So there are a few buffs for the higher tier Swedish heavy tanks. That's good. I mean, they do need it because they're lackluster from the initial review, but DPM wise, it's a lot better. It was 2,200, I believe, for the DPM. Now it's 2,600. It's actually worthwhile now, surprisingly. Holy crap. But there you go, folks. All the new vehicles coming soon with the Swedish vehicles, but yeah, Tank Inspector broke, so we cannot take a fully look at the armor values of the Chrysler K or the Object 252 or the Lorraine 40T, but it looks like an IS-7 turret, a hemispherical turret with a VK4502B OSB hull. Oh god, travesty. What is this thing? Holy crap. But yeah, there you go, folks. Where's the Modus? There's no 50 caliber? Ah, that's bullcrap. At a 50 cal. Oh. But there you go, folks. All the upcoming vehicles for 9.18 and 9.17 armor buffs for a few vehicles. But that's the leak dish for this test server. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.